Welcome to Past Our Prime. It's a new podcast that we're going to have a lot of fun with. So tell your friends to subscribe after you subscribe and unsubscribe. Subscribe, unsubscribe, because we're trying to
get the followers.
Yeah, we're gonna try and cheat our way to the top and get some followers and get some listeners. Tell your friends, subscribe, unsubscribe. We're gonna have a little fun here. We will be up and running, available on all platforms. I'm one of your hosts, Dan Copen. Played for the Patriots for 9 years, played for the Broncos for 2, so that's 11 years in the NFL. And proud to say I'm from the great state of Pennsylvania, grew up there, and now I live in the small state of Rhode Island. Wife, 3 kids, that's a little background on me. Tip Fairchild is my host, and who are you, Tip?
So we like to talk about teams, and we got this feel of a has-been and a never was. Dan is the has-been, couple Super Bowl rings, been in a couple parades, right, for winning Super Bowls.
Couple parades.
And then you've got me, who I banged around in the minor leagues for 5 years with the Astros, right? So you got the has-been, you got the never was.
But you wanted to be.
Almost there. Almost there. Was real close to getting there. And, what we have here, guys, with Past Our Prime is just a conversation about talking team-related stuff. We're here, we're both with Squad Locker now. It's a team-based business, moving apparel to different teams across the country in a little bit different way. And we don't get to have any of these conversations unless we're involved in teams. Right. And we've got a list, we've got a bulletin board here worth of stuff that we can cover for topics and segments that you just don't get to do unless you're in this environment, right?
Correct.
And it could be at a high school level, it could be at a college level. It doesn't need to be in the professional ranks, Dan.
No.
But we both were lucky enough to be there at some type of level. I mean, you took snaps from 2 Hall of Famers, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. I gave up home runs to the likes of Adrian Gonzalez and Gary Sheffield in the minor leagues, and I was around some great guys like
Were they bombs?
Oh, they're bombs. They haven't landed yet. We're 10 years from it, and they still haven't landed yet. But we've got some good stories. We're going to tell some stories. We're going to talk about teams. We're going to bring some guests in to talk about our experiences with them, and really just being part of like teammates, and then also some coaches too.
Yeah.
So,
no, I think that's a good background, and I would just add that. You said we both work for Squad Locker, but I think the important thing that we need to mention is we're going to have some segments where, because we're gear guys, we like new. That's right. New sweatshirts, new clothes, new rain gear, whatever, new masks. I mean, 2020 sucks right now, and you got to wear masks. So
I got one on the table right here. I'm wearing one today.
But this is more for, like you said, to talk about teams and our experiences and what it meant to us to be on teams. And then, if people can get something out of that, that's a good thing. That's a win. So we're not going to sell shit to people.
That's right.
That's not our job. We're the talent. We like to think. And, hey, we've had a couple practice podcasts where we thought they were going to go live. Mm-hmm. Turns out they didn't.
We're great at practicing. So
I don't know. We may suck.
Well, I think we're good at practicing. I'm getting some likes and some people that are.
We might be the worst podcast in the world right now. But the point is, with our team and athletic mindset and background, I think we want to get better.
We're going to get in the gym. We're going to get in the gym.
Oh, that's coming too.
There's a segment on the gym coming up. No, we're going to get in the gym.
That's coming. But we're guys that take pride in what we do, whether it be on the field or off the field, and those qualities and characteristics of an athlete or being a part of a team carry over off the field. So we're going to work our balls off.
Yeah.
To try and get better at this and try and really. I mean, this is probably for entertainment purposes.
When you have a morning like you've had today, you've had a tough morning today. Guess what? I want you to lean on your. You're going to lean on your teammates today. You're going to lean on me.
I'm hot right now.
I have a little bit of a sweat going today.
You're glistening. You're glistening.
We need a towel. We got our producer Max in here. We need to get a towel, Max. Can we get a towel? Yeah.
So all right. So let's go. Can I get a towel? All right, so we do like to gamble, and we just had the Masters about 2 weeks ago. We did have a bet, and first things first on this show, we did try, obviously, an earlier practice podcast. $100, we picked 3 guys. I would like to say that I picked The winner?
You did pick the winner. We never had a stipulation in the bet, though, that said the winner gets to keep half the bet.
Hindsight's 2020.
People who are listening, we got $100 crossing the table right now.
$100 paid.
We don't even disclose this, maybe. I don't know if this is a tax evasion thing, but it's
under the legal limit.
Okay, good.
So right, $100. Good. So $100 we are paid. I had the winner. Mm-hmm. I had Bubba Watson, who did make the cut, and I had Henrik Stenson, who missed the cut, and I would like to blame Bubba for my loss.
You should blame him for your loss. For me, I had Brooks Koepka, who I aspire to look like, and I had Mark Leishman, who I look more like.
Do you think he's good looking?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got the arms going, he's got the pipes, and then I like to think maybe once in a while, like when I do a nice arm lift, like that might be what I look like. But at the same time,
you got a little crush on him.
I took Mark Leishman, who is probably a little bit closer to what the frame looks like right now. So,
but he knows the course. That was a smart pick.
It was a good pick.
I'm going to give it. But you did have one that missed the cut too, Kisner.
I did. I like Kisner.
So let's just. I mean, we had two each that made the cut. Mm-hmm. One each that missed the cut. So I'm blaming Bubba, the lefty.
I'm not blaming anybody because I won.
You can't trust the lefty.
So money's across the table. First bet is cashed. We are through the Masters. We're rolling into. We just came out of Turkey Day.
Oh, yes, we did.
And we did a little live, session where we talked about
another practice.
some holidays that we like, dislike. We might want to cut some sound in here, Max, from that maybe, from when Dan said that he didn't really like the 4th of July, but then when we rolled back through, we asked him what his third was, and it was the 4th of July.
Just play the sound.
It's high on my list, Thanksgiving. My top one's 4th of July, actually. I love 4th of July. It's like one of my all-time favorite holidays.
You're entitled to that opinion. I'm not going to say it's bad, but I don't think you put it up there high.
It's high.
It's number one.
It's high.
Too.
I'm not going to go high. I'm not going to go high.
All
right. Well, that doesn't count.
That counts.
That doesn't count. It's not your favorite, but you're going to put it number one, which makes absolute no sense.
4th of July 1, Christmas 2, Thanksgiving 3.
Okay. I disagree.
Okay. Give me yours. Christmas 1,
Christmas 1, Thanksgiving number 2.
Okay.
It's a get out of jail free card or a license to eat as much as you want and watch football right now.
What's number 3 for you?
Number 3, I would go 4th of July.
Turkey Day. So you ate well? You made me a sandwich. Do you want to talk about the sandwich that you made me?
All right. We have to get to the individual things first. So,
okay.
What's your favorite top 3? Top 3 Turkey Day foods.
We covered some of this, and we're going to do a snake draft right now.
Just your top.
Just
roll up your top 3.
For me, it's cranberry sauce in a can, number 1. I only eat it on that day. It's my favorite.
Specifically in a can.
Just give me the log.
I prefer aluminum in my food.
I love it. Just tastes great. I'll eat the Nature's Promise plug. Nature's Promise. It's good. Number 2 was, what did I go with number 2? Mashed potatoes? I took mashed potatoes.
Did you go mashed potatoes or
I took mashed potatoes
stuffing?
Number 2. No, I think we both kind of agreed on stuffing. It's like stuffing is just solid. And it was because we flip-flopped. I said, give me the stuffing out of the box. Dump it in. Dump it out.
I have no problem with stuffing out of the box.
I kind of went on turkey.
I'm thanking God for Whole Foods right now for allowing me to have Turkey Day. Another plug.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, you cooked your own turkey.
I cooked my own turkey, but I got it from Whole Foods. I got a bunch of sides from Whole Foods too, prepared. Right. I mean, granted, the mashed potatoes were a little bit chunky. You had to add some milk to it and maybe some butter. All that good stuff that really helps your figure out.
Yep.
To make it a little bit more creamy. I mean,
load the fat. Load it with fat.
I could eat potatoes anyway. Chunky, chunky's not going to bother me that much, but I prefer cream.
All right. I mean, I want them as fat as you can get.
I said turkey number 1 for sure. I would like to switch.
Okay.
I think stuffing's number 1.
All right.
Whether it's in a box or cooked inside the carcass of a dead turkey, doesn't matter. I don't care.
Either way.
If there's disease, I hope it gets cooked off. That's fine, but it doesn't matter. Give me stuffing anyway. Yep. Then give me the gravy. Can that be considered a food, or is that more of a condiment?
I had a gravy this year that was the best I've had.
Whole Foods gravy was delicious. It was great.
They make it in 5-gallon vats at a time. It's fine.
That's more the fat in there, the better.
Yep.
That's fine. Gravy, and then I'm going to go turkey number 3. Mashed potatoes. yes, it's a Thanksgiving Day food, but you can have it every day. I mean, you go to KFC, you can eat it
I'm
whenever you
calling.
want. That's fine, but you can eat that with every meal. So,
Right.
would you really consider that just Turkey Day?
I'm calling one Audible. You've called an Audible before.
I actually haven't. I just follow.
Oh,
I just follow.
You don't
directly.
call it. No, but you say things. You, as a center,
I say- yeah.
as a multi Super Bowl champion center, you've had to say things at the line of scrimmage before, right?
So, do you want to call our calls like offensive
I'm
line calls?
I'm shifting the line right now.
I can switch a call.
Switch call. So what's a
guess that would be
give me a
called an
code
Audible.
word? Is it like eagle, stallion?
That's ridiculous. Actually, you know, it's probably, you know, I think we actually have used stallion before for a
I
code
thought
word
so.
for a
That's
play.
what I thought.
All right, let's go Ram or Lion. Let's go.
Oh,
go
okay.
there.
So we're
Roger
gonna-
Louis.
A Ram. So Roger
Rip,
Louis
Liz.
42. All right. Do you say any numbers?
Well, no, that not for. We don't need to say a lot.
No numbers, okay.
No numbers. If
My
I'm just sitting, if
Audible-
I want to get the line going one way, all right, let's just say Roger.
Yep. So you're gonna go right? I mean, I'm assuming they pick up on that.
We're very intelligent people. No, they can
Right.
pick. I don't. You know, that's the thing with football and all that stuff. I don't really care if they know where we're going.
Okay.
Doesn't bother me.
You're gonna execute.
And they're D linemen. They're probably stupid,
Yeah,
so it
okay.
doesn't really matter.
Well, now we just lost all
So-
the D linemen listeners out there. All the D linemen.
All offensive people or all football people understand that there's a little rivalry within the locker room,
In the trenches.
within the fraternity
Yes.
of football. That hey, offensive linemen are very proud people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we go to work with our lunch pails. We don't expect.
The hard hat.
Yeah, put the hard hat on. Let's go to work. We don't expect the glory, but we all know where the games are won. They're won in the trenches, and you know
Absolutely.
we consider ourselves one of the smartest position groups within football generally. So hey, D linemen to us aren't very smart.
So when you say Ram, that means you're going right. I'm going to listen
Well,
for
it's
that now on
different.
the
Hey,
calls.
Ram, but Ram's
So-
only a double team. It doesn't include
Okay,
the
well,
tackles. You know,
well,
Roger
now-
will
now
bring
you
the
got me
tackle.
lost.
Hey, so
You know what I'm used to seeing? I'm used to seeing one finger down, two fingers down, or the wiggle. Fastball, curveball, changeup. We're good. Those are my signs.
maybe
all I
that's why
need
you
to do.
didn't make it to the big leagues.
Oh,
You
that's
didn't have it.
true.
You didn't
I didn't have a
enough
three. I didn't have enough
You didn't have
pitches,
enough
right?
pitches.
Exactly. Well, they didn't move enough. That's for sure. But the Audible I'm calling though, you made me a sandwich at your house
It's changed my
that
life.
was basically put all of Thanksgiving in a blender. Or I guess
Oh,
one
no,
of the
no, it's-
what do you
it's-
call the
it's-
KitchenAid
it may be-
kitchen
beside-
food processing.
No,
There you go.
no. Besides me baking the turkey in a bag,
yeah, in a bag.
it may be the only homemade thing that we made. Actually, no, my wife made green bean casserole. But there's no blender. No, it's all manual labor. You shred the turkey up,
Yep.
which takes time.
Yeah.
Shred the turkey up.
Shred it up.
You dump a whole bunch of stuffing in there.
Just throw it in.
Throw it in
Yep.
there, and then you dump a whole bunch of gravy in there, and you really just add things to the consistency that you want. Make sense?
And then you took the cranberry sauce, the homemade.
This is
style.
optional.
And you spread it.
It
like
was
a jam.
homemade. She made homemade cranberry. You're right.
Right, so you spread it like a jam on a bun, and then you just made like almost like a pulled pork sandwich, but it was just Thanksgiving pulled pork.
Yes.
pulled turkey.
And you got to put on like one of those like old Sunbeam straight white rolls.
Absolutely.
The most unhealthy roll, white,
Yes.
bleached you
Yeah.
could possibly have.
Yeah.
Get
Yep.
that. So you heat that up. You heat your smash up. We called
Oh,
it.
you call it the smash. You call
well,
it smash.
When I was a kid, we called it turkey and dressing sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was born in Iowa. We're very fancy people out there. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very smart. I
yeah,
don't know.
smart guys out there.
Very, very intelligent. And
Corn.
we like to call things very proper.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey and dressing. But then when I introduced the sandwich to my wife's family when we were newlyweds,
Mm-hmm.
they sort of came up with their own little thing for it. So we call it turkey smash now.
It was
It's
phenomenal.
fantastic. You get the smash, you put it in a bowl, you get it hot, microwave, of course, nuke it, get those chemicals in there. Then you put it on that bleached roll,
Oh, it's delicious.
and you can put that cranberry, homemade, jarred, doesn't matter, on one side, like you're putting peanut butter on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you want, if you don't like cranberry, leave it off. put the top on and go to town, throw some chips on there on that plate, and you're going to thank me, because what I did on Thanksgiving was not right. Dinner around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I actually thought I was going to pop. I wanted to eat dessert
This
for
is
about
not
2 hours.
This is not the TB12 method.
No.
And you were never on the TB12 method.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you're a calorie guy. Get the calories in you.
More calories, I think,
Yeah.
the better. I think I don't think that's going to work out for me long term.
No, you were ready to pop on Thanksgiving.
Ready to pop.
Yeah.
And then you go back, eat dessert, and then you make the sandwich and you eat again. I may have put on 10 pounds.
Well, let's talk about that, because one of the challenges, one of the bets that we're going to have running in this podcast is the weekly weigh-in. It's a segment. So Dan and I, we've been going to the same gym for a while. You know, he's got a Peloton. I just got a Peloton. There's a lot of, that we don't want. I want to get back to playing weight. Dan probably wants to stay away from playing weight, is my guess.
It would be the opposite direction.
So
that
I was going to call.
prefer
We were
go.
going to call the segment "Playing Weight," but instead, it just doesn't work for Dan that way, right? So he wants
No.
to get the weight off the joints. Me too. My playing weight. I'm 238.5 right now. Weighed in this morning, Dan. We're going to eventually have a bet on this. I feel great at 217 and a half. 217 and a half, playing weight. I feel great. Play great golf at that level. Look somewhat better. Can't change my face, but look somewhat better. And I mean, you were playing at 300, and you've lost a lot of weight. You're down.
I am down. I have been down more than I have. I'm carrying a little bit of holiday weight right now.
That's the holiday 10.
Little bit of holiday weight. I played at 296. In the off season, I think I've seen the scale at 304, 305, which
Hanging a 3 in front of it is tough.
kind of doesn't make you feel good about yourself. So right now, this morning, it's kind of like the stock market right now. Like you want to buy low and sell high, right? We're gonna go inverse because we were inverted.
That's right.
We were inverted. We were inverted.
That's
on this,
right. That's right. Iceman.
I want to start. I want to buy high and sell low now, because I weighed in at a whopping 264 this morning.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
That's 10 pounds. You said you were 240 something the other day.
No, that was probably about 3 weeks ago, and then this COVID shit hit again.
That is a swing.
It's been a bad few days. I'm not gonna lie. It's been no awareness of what's going on around me. No, I don't care what I pick up. I just eat it right now, and it's. I honestly almost threw up in disgust over myself when I saw this number.
I think that you might
come
be
out. So
sandbagging.
I immediately went downstairs, ran 4 miles.
Wow. On those knees.
You were still
on those
sweating.
ankles.
I mean,
I'm still sweating to run the podcast room.
Are you sure you're not 264
I
right
got a
now?
jacket
Because
on.
you are just sitting in here sweating like an absolute beast.
We're in a room where we're socially distanced, but at the same time, this is a small room. We got to get the air going in here a little bit more next time, Max.
So
But
I went downstairs
Yeah.
and I ran 4 miles. I did sit-ups, I did push-ups, and of course I did guns.
Oh yeah, always.
I just threw in some
beach
guns
body.
just for fun.
Down there against a beach.
You say beach body. I don't know if it'll ever happen for me, but the goal
Well, you
is...
can wear T-shirts though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
you
gonna be
can
that
throw-
guy. I'm gonna be the guy that jumps into the pool with the T-shirt all
Absolutely.
my life. That's
perfect.
If I could not be that guy for one summer, I'd be so happy.
Well, that's the goal for this. So we're
Do
gonna
we start
we're
it
gonna
now?
No, yeah, next week. We'll
Why?
start. Well, because I'd like to,
I just threw up all over myself this
Yeah.
morning.
We just
telling
made-
you I've reached a peak
We just made
where
pretzels.
I think stuff would melt off me. And I think I'd have a 1-up on this bet to get my 100 bet.
We just made pretzels with a Hershey Kiss on them, with an M&M in the oven thing last night with the kids. So we're gonna wait till those are gone, and then we'll start the bet. So next week's a great time to start it. So there'll be a cash bet on this. We'll update you on the progress. We'll tell you what we're doing. So
But
maybe
there-
some people out there are like, "Hey, what are these guys
So
doing?
when
Oh,
are we going
they've
to
lost
start?
9
When
pounds."
do you want to start this?
Next
Is this next week?
Next week. We'll start it next week.
But seriously,
Run it right through the holiday.
I just threw up on myself.
Okay, so you'll start the weight now.
I want
238.5. I'll call it right now. 238.5. Starts today.
You're sitting here sweating. And
I'm
you're
already-
telling me
I'm
you're
already
not
losing.
max weight right now?
Yeah, 230. I get going. I'm so anxious to talk to you now.
Because if we start next week, then I've got 2 weeks of goodness. Like I feel like I'm going to be good this week. I feel like
perfect.
I feel like my mindset
right
is there. Like I wish. Here's what I wish.
Mm-hmm.
I like to work out.
Yep.
Towards the end of my career, I actually did not like to work out as much. I did it because I had to, and that was my job. And obviously, you want to be the best that you can be at your job, and being a lineman, you need those tools to be successful. But it just got to the point where, hey, you're doing all this stuff. You're treated like a 13-year-old when you're 31, 32 years old. Do this, do that, do this, and when you're 11 years in the league or 10 years in the league, the body just doesn't feel.
Well, and you had a tough coach, which I'm sure we'll talk a lot about on the podcast, but a guy that got you to the promised land a few times.
And I'm not complaining on doing it. I'm just saying the job and what went into the job towards the end wasn't as fun as it was in the beginning.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
this
then
is the fraternity. This is I get it.
I'm just.
We'll explain it as we go. I get it. We're going to talk about bus trips, because I've been on a bunch of bus trips, what gas station snacks you get to get you through the bus trip. Dan's on a plane with a catered meal brought out to him. There's a lot of differences here. We'll bring those things up as we go.
The wannabe.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences, but we'll cover them. It's the big fraternity.
But I want, after I got done playing, it got fun. I mean, I was one of those guys where I thought I'd never run. And I still don't like running outside, per se, because I've got 3 little ones at home. And when I get on a treadmill, it's like I have a half hour, 45 minutes to watch what I want to watch. So that's kind of like a release for me. But I got on there, and I was 300 pounds just coming off. And it would be the worst 10 minutes of the day.
Oh, yeah.
The worst 10 minutes. I would be sweating. It was in the old house. I put it downstairs in our spare bedroom. We had a drop-down ceiling. I used to have to take out one of the ceiling tiles.
Absolutely.
So my head was in the middle of the ceiling tile, and I'm on this treadmill.
You're looking at the suspended ceiling every
sweating my ass off, hating life.
Yeah.
But then I kept doing it, and then finally I'm up to running 4 or 5 miles. So I enjoy working out now because I can choose what I want to do, and I can do things that I like to do. But I wish, and I know this isn't possible, I just wish food didn't make you fat.
Oh, yeah. Like the pill
because
in Hunger Games.
Yes.
Hunger Games, the people that live in the Capitol, they have the pill, and it's like they're full, and like they don't gain any weight. I agree.
If I wanted to be healthy, I want the only thing you have to do is work out. Hey, that's your choice. Some people don't like to work out. Some people do. But if you like to work out, you're going to be in shape.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you eat.
How hard you have to
that
go.
Would be if we could change. 2020 sucks already. If we could just change that around too, and just flip the world upside down. So all you have to do is work out, and then you can go home and eat whatever you want.
I love it.
That would be a perfect world.
It is.
But it's not, and we are on a bet. So I will. It starts now.
238.5
No, this
from
goes
me.
264.
264. All right, so
a complete.
We don't know what the goal is to be, but my goal is to get to playing weight. Maybe Dan's goal is to get to my current weight now. That would be a good number.
That would be a good number.
Haven't been there
All
since
right,
what, eighth grade?
Oh.
9th grade?
No.
Sophomore year?
Junior year. Junior year in high school.
All right, perfect.
That's the bet. All right.
We'll put cash money. We'll talk about the cash.
This is going to run through the
this will run for a long time.
Okay.
This is going to run for a long time.
This
is going to run till at least beach season. So that's the whole goal here.
Daily weigh-ins. Oh, God, did I?
No, weekly. We'll do a weekly weigh. Do a weekly weigh-in.
Oh, you're gonna send me back to weigh-ins when I was playing. We'll
cover a whole segment on weigh-ins because I've been in fat camp before, and it was like actually, I wasn't even fat then. I mean, it's just tough to you.
Were you sweating
run.
just sitting down?
I was sweating just like right now. Exactly.
Max,
so
Max is our producer.
Yep.
And he is going to be helping out, the producer extraordinaire. He will be helping us out.
Making sure we stay on track.
You wouldn't know it, but he does have Olympic swimming blood.
He has Olympic swimming blood.
Swims through me.
Yeah, it swims through your blood, and then some horse riding experience.
Sure do.
So really, we have
A lot of horse riding experience.
two jocks and a jockey essentially is what we have in the room. So that'll be. We'll bring Max in every once in a while. Max will be kind of a he'll
making
be
sure
the
we're on
deciding
task.
bet. A lot of, so if we both disagree, he
tiebreaker.
might be the tiebreaker a bunch.
Is he an arbiter? Is he an arbiter or a mediator?
Oh boy!
Or is he going to be both in certain?
It's going to depend
points?
what we're talking about. It's going to depend what we're talking about.
Where are we on time right now, Max?
We're at 27 minutes. Let's get to the team of the month.
I think so. So we're gonna
See,
we're
look
gonna
at
bring.
he's already doing his job.
He's got us on it. So with Squad Locker and everything here too, we work with teams, and we talked about it in the beginning of this episode. We're team guys. We want to talk to teammates and bring up our experiences.
Yeah, we could talk to coaches. We could talk to
Yeah,
players,
coaches.
past players. I think this is like I was saying about the show. This is a show that we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk to different type of people, and get their experiences and their stories.
Yep.
And have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So we have this segment that we're going to do though called Team of the Month. Could be Team of the Week eventually, Max. We're doing Team of the Month first. Essentially, it's
Or
Squad
player,
Locker,
or player.
It could be player, right?
And yeah,
So if we see something we like, being a couple ex-athletes, and maybe future athletes if it's senior golf tour, 'cause we
God.
both are golfers, but you never know.
We could.
Well, right now we'll call ourselves ex-athletes. With our network of teams, that we have 200,000 plus teams and organizations that purchase through Squad Locker apparel and uniforms and everything. So we saw one this week that's Westfield High School in Indiana, who they're a team that purchases with Squad Locker. They do some great work with us. We saw a play
yep.
in that game. Kyle Papp is the name that I have here, and Dan used to be a football analyst on TV. So you want to talk about a guy that knows football. We saw a play. It's an unbelievable interception.
This kid made a hell of a play. He really did. It was
Yeah.
probably, the guy, the wide receiver was running probably about a 10-yard out route in front of him. He made a hell of a break on the ball. And you remember the Julian Edelman catch?
Oh,
Just ran
almost
in the.
do I remember?
Do you remember?
Did I cry my eyes out that game? Yes. Tears of joy.
Where
Yeah.
it was basically an inch from the ground.
Yeah.
But the thing was, Julian was.
He was looking at the ball.
He was looking at the
That's
ball.
right.
He was, he had an eye on it. This kid made a great break on the ball, bobbled off his hands, got spun around, so he's basically laying on his back, reaching his arm out, and then uses his head, his hand to bring it. It's basically a combination of an upside down Edelman and a shitty David Tyree catch.
Yep. Dan and I played soccer, so I'm not sure what that's a whole nother segment. I mean, what we're doing with Play of the Month, Team of the Month, Player of the Month, whatever we're going to call it. So we're going to kind of call it the
We can do both, but-
look good, feel good, play good segment, right? Kind of.
Well, let's just acknowledge
For
some
that
people
team,
and some
we saw a
teams.
great play. That team, Westfield High School with Squad Locker, $500 in your store. Coaches, you guys can use it for the coaching staff. You can do something for the players. If you guys are doing end of the year
Your
jackets, hoodies, whatever it is, your way, you've got it. We'll connect with you on it. We saw the play. We wanted to recognize it.
And for those of you who submitted, I don't know how you do this yet because we're rookies.
We're
at
going to
this.
submit. We're going to be submitting. Submit your team. Submit
Yeah,
your
we will
plays.
get a spot for you guys to send us your videos. We can look at it, and then we can, you guys can help us determine that winner
Absolutely.
each month. So
I like that.
That would help us out, and we'll figure out how you guys can reach it.
And we'll get some good. We'll get some good apparel these teams away. A little extra.
It's
extra
gonna-
help for
it's gonna
all
be,
these.
It's gonna be a fun time, and episode 1 maybe in the books.
Let's wrap it. Let's call it a wrap. We'll talk to you soon.
Especially Tip played soccer.
Let's go.
All-Star Prime is brought to you by Squad Locker. Squad Locker is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel, delivered right to your front door. Learn more by visiting squadlocker.com.